Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today we are here to do a reading for Virgo. This is going to be for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. So I opened up and channeled any information that a specific group of Virgos need to hear. So it won't be for everyone, so just take what resonates with you. If you feel pulled to this in some way, if this pops up randomly, then it could be a sign that it's for you. So I will talk about what I channeled into prior to starting the reading, and then we'll open up more and pull some more cards and go from there. So when I first tapped into your energy here, Virgo, I was being shown the sun and I was hearing a burst of sunshine. And I was kind of seeing the rays of the sun shining into your energy or into your life. But after I heard that, I was also hearing allow things to unfold. And as I went deeper into the message, there was a lot of messages for you here about stillness. And it is reflected in the cards here as well. Take time out, walk in stillness, rest and hibernate. So this feels like it's for a specific group of you here, Virgo, that either right now you feel the need to take a step back or to rest more, or this could be just a temporary time where you are being called within. And so it kind of feels like there's a divine process that's unfolding for you. And for some of you here, you are very close to receiving something that you're asking for, because they were showing a star that you were like aiming towards, I was hearing, or that you were wanting, and it's waiting right there for you, or you're so close to receiving that. So for some, it could be something very specific that you have your mind set on. So we'll see what else comes up in the reading. And I don't know, it feels like there's a bit of a fluctuating feeling for this group of Virgos, where maybe that's how you feel, because they were also showing a sailboat and something about the conditions needing to be right, or like we don't know where the wind is coming from or where the boat is going, or we have to have that push from the wind to push us in that direction. So there's something about stillness, like maybe you just feel like you have to sit still right now, while also trusting that there's a higher plan that's unfolding. So it feels almost like a deep process of surrender. But I was also getting specifically, some of you might be, I was hearing getting to know yourself again. And we have the word authenticity twice that came up from two different decks here, and imagination. So it feels like a little bit of, maybe it varies. Some of you have already been through this. Others of you are in the middle of this now, or this could be coming in soon. But there's a process that you'll go through here, Virgo, of almost like having to dig deep into yourself, maybe to ask yourself what is in alignment with your authentic truth, whether it's a certain path or it's just something opening in your imagination, something opening in your energy field, that feels like you are being led right now by spirit and by a higher power. And if there has been specifically like an ending or a shift of your energy recently, this also feels very divinely orchestrated, and it is placing you a lot closer to a higher path and a higher timeline. And so there's something about being ready to fly higher, and there is sweet results awaiting for you here. And so I think that a lot of you are maybe in a process of just kind of being guided to just be where you are. Maybe this is a confirmation energy for someone, that you can kind of feel something coming towards you, or you can feel yourself about to like reach a certain goal or to open up a certain door. And maybe you're just going through a bit of a final pieces in a way of like taking a deep dive into trusting that path and into yourself. But if it does resonate with some of you specifically here, you might have to take the first steps and trust yourself enough to take a leap of faith, even if you are still needing time to sit in stillness or to allow things to unfold. Maybe it does require a bit of a push here from the universe, or just from yourself, to like push yourself out of a comfort zone, maybe something like that. So before we open up more to it, they also wanted to say as well, with the conditions, like the right conditions, they showed me a very similar analogy with the fire. Like we need the, the wood to start a fire. We need the oxygen. There's things that we need to start the fire. So if it does resonate that, again, maybe you're like waiting for something to arrive, or you're waiting for something to be, I'm not sure, like to receive an answer about something, if you're accepted in a certain position or a new job or something along those lines. It feels like as you just open yourself up to receive, this is going to be right around the corner. But maybe spirits kind of, or the universe is like adjusting a bit of something here to allow that to come in. And so they want you to be very adaptable right now, and just, yeah, keep yourself very open to what form that might come in. And so there even could be a wake-up call that you're going through within yourself with this, this kind of bell here or something too. It's like there's something you're going to be called to, or you have had a wake-up call that maybe you are needing to adjust your own self and how you align in your authentic energy. But there's a lot also about not giving up and keep persevering. This card says, you have come this far to give up now. The seeds you planted are beginning to flourish. And this one says, to get ahead, you must take the first step, even without knowing the outcome. Just don't stay where you are. And actually, this was beneath this here too. Take a leap of faith and time for a deep dive. And this one says, there is no choice to make right now. Just be still. You don't always need to join in or jump into action. So it's kind of like a bit of a contradiction here. Take that where that applies. It could be different groups of you, or you just kind of feel like you have to trust in not knowing what the outcome of something will be. So what else, Spirit, do you want to say here for Virgo? Let's open up the reading a bit more. So whoever this specific message for Virgo is for, what else do you want them to know? Yeah, so for some of you, again, this feels very similar to some of the recent readings. I think it was Aquarius and also maybe Aries. And just in the collective recently, there's been like a lot of fluctuating energies. So you could be feeling this. Because I'm being shown like a windstorm ripping through, and we almost have to allow that process to take place. So whether it's an upheaval or if it's just an adjusting time period where things feel just very chaotic or unknown, or just the conditions are changing, something like that is happening here, I think, for a lot of you, Virgo. And I'm hearing some guidance for some of you to find your stability in the storm. So for some, this could be the stillness, the meditation, or just centering yourself, grounding yourself, even nature, I'm getting for somebody, that will help you navigate these changes that are happening around you and within you. And I keep being shown a candle flame, and I was seeing that earlier too. And the candle in this case is the guidance from a higher power and from your higher self. So it's important here, Spirit's saying, to take a look around at what signs you're being given, especially if maybe you're in the group here of Virgos that you are holding yourself back maybe from taking a step. It doesn't have to be, whatever first step this could be here. It just feels like they want you to trust and to surrender that you're being given the answers, or if that's not the case and you're just guided to kind of sit where you are, trust that there will be an answer or some sort of like blinking lights that will show you the direction that you're supposed to go in. And that is very much waiting for you. But for some reason, we have to just kind of sit here or wait for that. But at the same time, be open to taking steps. They're showing me a flip of a coin. So I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if you're like pondering taking a leap of faith into a certain direction, and I guess it feels like it's a bit up in the air right now, or maybe some of you have to make a decision on which path feels most aligned with you, or what feels in your authentic truth, because they just keep centering it back to, or going back to like the grounding. And I'm seeing a tree here, And there's something about just take it within or sit with it for a while. So if that is specific for somebody that you do have to make a decision about something, just know that the right decision to make is going to come from you sitting still and maybe thinking about it and allowing yourself to think higher and bigger, and knowing that there will be a sweet outcome or a sweet result at the end of this. But it's very much about this adaptability here. What else for Virgo? Yes, we have follow your passion, turn over a new leaf, and the sacral chakra is here, which definitely feels like that with the fire I was seeing. So some of you here, Virgo, might be called to move into a direction that will really stir up your passion, maybe something creative or even just whatever spark you feel pulled to. But it feels like you almost need to go through a transition where you allow maybe the old to die away, or for you to have the courage to turn over that new leaf and to follow that passion. So I'm seeing someone unlock a door, and they're wanting to emphasize the unlocking motion. So it was locked here before, or you had a specific door locked, even if you didn't realize it. And it's like you're going through this motion of unlocking a door that was shut or closed or that you didn't have access to before. So there's just something about unlocking or unleashing your imagination, your authenticity, your passion, maybe having a sudden call to move into that direction. And this may not be for everyone, but for some of you, there is a bit of like staleness or stiffness here that could be where you're being called to shake things up. If you have been still for some time, maybe even to sit a little bit more in that and figure out kind of where you're going to come out of that with, or how to come out of that. And again, this part won't be for everyone, but for some of you specifically, if you have been feeling kind of low, or if you've been feeling that nothing's been working out for you, or there's a bit of a low mood or depression, I do feel Spirit saying that they really want you to hear this about love being all around, that your imagination is the only limit, or the only thing holding you back is your thoughts or your imagination of what's possible. So whether that's a certain goal that you want to achieve or a certain path you're going towards, Spirit's almost saying to open yourself up to the endless possibility of what can be created. But it also could be if you have been feeling a bit bored or stifled or stuck, if you do just trust yourself to kind of put on these new shoes and move into a direction of love and trusting that you are being guided, there is a lot of sweetness awaiting you here. And I think maybe that is the authenticity, is that some of you feel like you're ready for that, and you have to kind of be true to yourself, even if there are people around you or from your past that maybe have held you back. It's like you're really called here, Virgo, to reinvigorate yourself, and to, however you can do that, like really pour into yourself, really move into the direction of fiercely following your own authentic path. And this also won't be for everyone, but if some of you have ended something recently and you do feel like you're being watched, maybe it's like an ex-partner for somebody only, or you feel like you're kind of being judged for something, that's also more of this inward direction of being able to have the courage to do what's best for you. Yeah, there's some fear here. There seems to be some fear about moving into this direction, or allowing yourself to go higher, to I don't know, to move towards something more. But at the same time, we have the resting here once again. And for some of you with the Hermit in reverse, this even could be something about that is where you receive that answer of where the fear is, or what you're holding back on, is when you allow yourself to rest and you allow yourself to go inward. it's so close, like the sunlight is so close to opening. It's like, it's like the sun, I don't know how to put it. It's like if we put this upright, this is what's available for you, or very much around the corner. But maybe it's just a matter of you shifting your perspective or taking the first step somehow to allow that to come in. Because there's, yeah. We have shine your beauty and liberate yourself. You don't have to carry the burdens alone. Have the courage to ask for help, and let others do and say what they will. Keep going or keep doing good. Resist the temptation to dim your light, to become as dark as those that oppose you. That could be where that sun is coming in reverse, because that's not your natural energy, or that's not where you're meant to stay anymore. So if it's people, if it's just things that you've been attached to, whatever has been holding you back here, it's definitely time to release that, to liberate yourself from that, and to follow this reinvigorating path that feels like it's really going to unlock so many doors for you that have been always right there in reach, but maybe it just was divine timing. It was something that you had to kind of get to this point yourself. Yeah, here's that timing. Something is, we're waiting for something. I kept getting that about waiting. Like it just feels like endless waiting here. But they see success here. Strength and success. Let me get a few of these tea leaf cards. There will be an extended, and we'll go into some different cards. We'll get some cards from different decks, and we'll see what else they want you to know. And we'll also do a bit of scrying with the scrying ball to get some specifics from your spirit team, and then pull some charms. So that'll be over on the extended. It is available on Patreon if you are a member on Patreon, but they are in a second tier if you have been a member over there for a while. The zodiac sign extendeds are available, but they're in a different tier. Is there anything else here for Virgo? Yeah, some of you, this again won't be for everyone, but you're absorbing. They're showing me a sponge, and you're taking on someone else's problems or other people's problems, whether you're involved in that conflict directly or if it's just something that is seeping into your energy field. You're taking something on that is almost dimming your light, or has been dimming your light for a while, and it's almost creating a muddiness where there doesn't need to be anymore. Yeah, they really want you to be strong. Do not back down. Show strength and fortitude. So if that is for someone where you almost have to assert yourself, stay strong, ground yourself, if you have any opposition or adversity, it's really important to keep focusing on your inevitable success here. And if you are going through like a particularly difficult time, this is something that you will overcome as you keep yourself rooted, grounded, and strong. Yeah, because they're saying you're worrying over nothing if you are worrying, or there's like a higher path about to open for you, and you're going to almost look back and see that you didn't have to worry. So if you are afraid of a specific risk here into a direction, or maybe to leave something behind, they're saying to not worry about that, or you're not going to look back and think that you're not going to feel like you have to worry about that. It could be a new job, or you're about to expand the way that you do your work, which is going to be very successful for you. But you do have to kind of lace up those shoes maybe and keep steady. For some, there could be a man that's been attached to you or dimming your light. You would know about that. Yeah, again, it won't be for everyone, but if you have been attached to someone, either that has had a hold on you, like they are intruding in your energy or trying to pull you down, or maybe you have been attached to a heartbreak or to something that is not in your life anymore, or maybe something has ended, that situation is creating a dimming for you. And so Spirit's saying something with the sun keeps coming through everywhere here, that this is where you're supposed to focus. Focus on your health, your well-being, your happiness, your success. And if you have been trying to heal from a heartbreak or just remove yourself from toxic people, you will be forging your own path away from that. And it's going to lead you to a lot more success. Yeah, and maybe money too, an increase in your finances, your money situation. Yeah, for some, there could have been a disappointment that you've had to go through. Or maybe you feel like if you were to take a risk or to go off on your own path or to try something new, that there could be disappointment awaiting you. But I'm seeing here that that won't happen again. Because you have a position of power about yourself where you're realizing more of your own power. You could also be highly thought of in a field of work, something that you're doing or pursuing. So let's get one final card and then we'll go over to the extended. One final card for Virgo. Connect with Spirit. I'm hearing get back to the basics. It's the simple things that matter. Yeah, and that's what they said too, getting to know yourself again or finding yourself again. So maybe some of you are going to start to embark on a path here that's really going to reconnect you with your center, reconnect you with yourself. And that could be kind of difficult to go through sometimes because we have to untangle ourselves from what was, wrapped into us or what we kind of attached to or let people attach onto us. And it feels like this is going to be a lot of new doors for you here, Virgo, that will be much more aligned with you. And it feels like you're going to maybe like deepen the connection that you have with your own self. And that they're saying that's also going to be a really powerful tool for you to unlock your success. So yeah, I will leave it here and go over to the extended. I hope this could reach the right Virgos that need to hear it. If you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all in the next reading or over on the extended. Take care and lots of love.